It's Saturday morning, 12th, 13th August, I don't know. It'll become apparent why, I don't know. I just want to talk about being a veteran, somebody that served in the military, and how Civvy Street, civilian life, is after serving. I served a 22-year contract, but actually in total I did 23 years. I joined up as a young soldier, I was 17. And your terms of service don't start to your 18th birthday, so 22 years, left when I was on my 40th birthday. Though I was released a few months before, in 2011. So I joined up 1988 and served through to 2011. I served in the first Gulf War, known as Operation Granby / Desert Storm / Desert Shield. 1990 to 91. Then went away, went back to the unit, and I was attached to the Canadian Army. Came back in time for Bosnia in 93. Did a 6-month tour of Bosnia, the height of the troubles, and they went on for quite a few years, but it was a particularly rough time. As a 21-year-old, 19 in the first Gulf War, 21 years old in Bosnia. Came back from that, 95, member of the Queen's Bodyguard, the Queen's Royal Guard I should say, outside Buckingham Palace. Did that was fantastic. Enjoyed being in the public eye within the army. That was great, I really enjoyed that. And after that I just went back to my unit in Germany and decided to apply for something called the Royal Signals White Helmets Motorcycle Display Team. And put the paperwork in 95 and came through, and I went ahead and I was successful and passed their selection course to get into the White Helmets. Initially it was a 3-year tour of duty. I ended up doing 6 years and left there. Then I was posted in 2002 to Allied Forces Northern Europe, a NATO posting in the Netherlands, Holland. Spent a year and a half there, short tour there. Didn't particularly like it. Just a different kind of fish to what I've been used to. Then I went back to our training depot, employed as a regimental police NCO, and I did 4 years there, depot. Then I went down to the squadrons and became a training corporal or a troop corporal. And I was then moved to the military training squadron, where I taught young soldiers, junior NCOs, senior NCOs, so lance corporals, corporals, sergeants, and one officers and young officers on occasion on the induction courses and helping out with various other military run courses within that particular department. I then came off the board for promotion to sergeant, and I went to another regiment, worked in the motor transport department. Never done it before in my life. Spent a year there, 11 months, and then finally I got the nod, so I was then promoted to sergeant. Then from there I went to my last posting, so I just made my sergeant, and I spent the last 2-3 years as a regimental police sergeant or provost sergeant, and that was my time done. Initially spent my resettlement doing personal training course and various other little add-ons, and I went into the fitness industry. Wouldn't think at the moment because I've got a bit of timber on me. That'll soon come off, don't worry about that. And I was reasonably successful for the first sort of 2 years. But obviously self-employed, and really what I was after was a regular salary. And in the fitness industry, it's nigh on impossible really. There's few and far jobs where you can be on a regular salary. So I was having to use sales techniques, of which I'd never ever didn't know anything about. I'd never done that in the forces, so I wasn't really geared up for that. There was a little element on my personal training course that goes into that, but really I've never ever experienced how to sell myself or how to sell the product of fitness. So I got the handle of that though. I managed to do all right. And then I went for a job for a major company, which was salaried. Ended up being a deputy club manager, and I lasted 4 months there. I couldn't get on because again, it was all about memberships, sales. I thought it'd be about more fitness and leading a team of personal trainers. Although that was a tiny that wasn't what I ended up doing. I ended up sitting and doing cold calling, phoning up people that didn't want gym memberships in the city of Salisbury here in England. I just left because I didn't think it was ethical, their techniques. But alas, that company, they were called LA Fitness, have now gone. They've been bought out. They don't exist anymore, as far as I'm aware. So obviously, I jumped ship at the right time. So then I was in a quandary. I thought, what do I do now? You know, I was kind of really depressed, kind of struggling really, because life wasn't what I was hoping it to be. And I'd worked really hard at the PT thing. I'd worked really hard. And then, and I do miss it because I enjoyed making a positive impact on people's lives. That was fantastic. You know, I was fit, strong, in the shape of my life, probably more so than I was even in the forces because I was doing it every single day. So it was great, but I really miss it. I went into the security industry. I did a close protection course, a close protection officer or close protection operative or bodyguard. I did that course, did 2.5, 3 weeks, level 3 course that was. Wasn't hard at all, you know, a bit of work to do, that wasn't hard. So I made the choice to step into the security industry, thinking I'd be straight into the industry, you know, looking after ultra high net worth individuals, celebrities and all that sort of thing. And now that didn't happen, didn't happen at all. So I wound up working for a local security company. These guys, PPE Security, which have been fantastic actually, they've been really good. Working on sort of 0 hours as a self-employed again, but they give you enough hours to make a living. And funny enough, an old military colleague of mine had a position out in Europe, out in the Balearic Islands, and I wound up working out there on and off for quite a few years, which was close protection. And also we were all personal trainers as well, and that's the jobs who were CPs slash PTs as well. So that was fine. Doing a 2 week on, 2 week off rotation, it was really good. Then that got switched off for a bit. Then I came back and started doing security for this company, and I was doing did all sorts of aspects of security, from massive protection to festival security, static manned guarding security. So I've done all aspects of security. I worked on the production sets. I worked on the Series 2 of Broadchurch. It was interesting, but working with a security company, that not this one, it was a different security company, were absolute idiots who were paying me awful rates. I was getting 90 quid a day rate for, you know, did 12, 13, 14 hours sometimes, so it was ridiculous. But it was a bit of a CV filler, or I thought it was, but it didn't make any difference really, just a job. Yeah, so, and my experience since leaving the army, what now is 2018, and I left in 2011, so I've been out approximately just coming up to 7 years next month. It's August now, yes, it'll be 7 years next month. As I feel like I've massively regressed. I was in a position of responsibility. I was looked upon favourably. I had credibility. I spent a lot of time invested in my troops, the young soldiers, nurture them, coaching them, and it was a thoroughly rewarding job. And I understand that nothing's ever going to replace that in civilian life, as far as I'm aware. I'm sure there's jobs out there that maybe probably working with young offenders, or I mean, I don't know. That's something I looked into, but I just found that in civilian life, the skill sets that I had in the military have been quite hard, because I wasn't really a tradesman as such. I was more of a soldier. I mean, I did have a trade within Royal Signals, but hardly ever did it. I spent most of my time doing more soldering stuff and and what have you. But that's fine. But even so, I thought I'd have the relevant skill sets, and I found it quite difficult, to be honest with you. But that's life. Sorry, my battery's just gone low for some reason. It should be low. I'm not sure why is it working. Excuse me. Never mind. So yeah, it's been. I wouldn't say I've struggled. I've been lucky. I'm earning, which is more than a lot of people are. But really, I do feel I've hugely regressed. I'm sat in a marquee, looking after a load of computers right now. It's fine. I'm not complaining because it's work. But really, the skill sets that I have, the management experience I've got, the responsibilities that I had, I literally don't have anything. It's all been taken away. It's all gone. And I find it frustrating because when people speak to me, sometimes people speak to me in a sort of in a manner that's sort of condescending. They don't realise it because I'm just a guy with a high vis on, just a security guy with my little badge in, and people don't know you. They don't know what you are. They don't know what you have. They don't know what skill sets you possess. It's strange, but hopefully I've got something coming up that's going to be worthwhile, and I think I might have just run into a bit of luck, so that's all positive. But if anyone's watching this, and obviously I'll probably sound a little bit dour the way I'm speaking, but it's those that are still in the forces and are considering leaving. I loved being in the army. I did enjoy it. I did have some fantastic times, and I had some absolutely awful times, but that comes with the territory, that comes with the job. But I would advise you to stay in, because unless you're hell bent, and it's not, obviously it's not for some people, it's not for them. For me, my father had been in the army as well, so it's kind of like all I'd ever known. I was brought up in a military family. So was my father, so was his father, and it goes back generations. So that's kind of like all we've known, and it's all I've ever known. So like, I left when I was 40 years old, and really that's 40 years of being in the army, really, if not actually in, but been in and around the system. So I'd really had no clue, and I did a lot of resettlement. I did all these little courses, and I thought I was fully prepared, but I really wasn't. I was woefully unprepared, and I'm not a stupid person. I'm not stupid. I'm I think that I'm intelligent. I'm articulate. Yeah, I still struggled. A lot. But I think it's taken me a good 5-6 years to stop being angry at everything and anything, and having angry thoughts about, oh, you're this, you're that. What do you know? I wasn't saying it, but it was in my head. But it's taken me a long time to sort of realise that's gone. What I did before, it matters to me, it matters to a few people, but generally speaking, people don't really care. That it's not because they're being disrespectful, they don't care, they just want to crack on with what they've got to do at that particular time, right now, and it doesn't matter. And you're just a person here doing what you're supposed to be doing, and that's what I'm doing right now, and it's, I do feel intently about the guys that are and the girls that are looking at leaving. Just make sure you're making the right decision. Make sure you've done a whole load more homework on what's to be expected. I mean, a lot of people get out after 3, 6, 9, 12 years, and it's probably not as bad as a transition as it is for maybe somebody that's done a full career. But there's probably guys that have done a full career, they're absolutely just ease on into it, But I just wanted to let you know that that was my thought. That's my thoughts on it. It's I've been lucky in a couple of ways. My wife's been hugely supportive. which has been, you know, say behind every good man there's a strong woman. She's been my rock, really, when I've been through some pretty miserable times. But yeah, I'm happy for what I've got. I'm happy where I'm doing now, believe it or not. You know, I just thought, yeah, just a security guard. You know, I'm a lot more than that. You know, and it's my sort of long term goal is I'm 47 next month. Then at 55. I've got a really good pension and I'm going to retire at 55, guys. So, you know, I've just got a bit more time to grizz out, and before you know it, I'll be 55 and still as handsome as ever. And yeah, it's not easy civilian life. I think when you've been institutionalised in a big green bubble and everything's there for you, it's yeah, it's different. I put it like that. It's different, but you've got to adapt. You've got to adapt and tap into what these people are like outside. They're not any different to us. You've got so many skill sets. You've got so much to offer to life, to play an important role in society, that you can do it. It hasn't been easy, but you've got to do it. So no matter what you do, if you just like doing security, or you're working in communications on, you know, a cracking wage, and you're working all the hours and it's all fantastic, you know, remember, money isn't everything. Yeah, just be happy in what you're doing. All right, money is not everything. Money doesn't bring happiness, and it's been said a million times. It's such a cliched statement, but it's absolutely spot on. Yeah, just do something, you know, stay in your comfort zone. People say, yeah, get out of your comfort zone. You say in the army, yeah, you need to get out of your comfort zone and identify your weaknesses. Yeah, maybe in the forces you do, but you don't really. If you're good at something, like a HGV driver, if you're a good HGV driver and you enjoy it, you don't want to do anything else, then why should you? Do what you're good at, do what you want to do. That's you know, say fuck it, you know what I mean? This is what I'm doing, you know. But yeah, so that's just my thoughts at 6:30 on a Saturday morning after coming up to the end of a 12-hour night shift. All the best. Stay classy.